Okay, H. Brown and Clarion Alley. And does Clarion Alley look good? This is Easter morning and everything is resurrected. I did all of this concrete here. Starting here, this is an artist who has his wares on the sidewalk. This was a deep hole getting full of urine every night, so I concreted that. I did it all the way. Anything that was deeper than 6 inches, I brought bags of broken concrete from discount builders at $2.50 a bag and filled them up. Here's the edge. Notice the edge. I did the black trim here too. Piss guard, I called it. It's actually art. I did this. All of this. You digging it? Really nice. This was all full of piss. It's amazing. It's held up. I did all the black edging all the way up and down the alley to make the murals stand out. I was framing the murals, but I told them I was making a piss guard. But that let them go. But this alley is usually a place you can buy drugs or sex or what else, or stolen items or anything. But anyway, mostly it's a place for hanging out for the normal crowd, and they're not here on Easter. They're all in jail or in church. I did all of this. Look how this flows. Those were all like 6-inch trenches full of piss. Did all of the black murals here. You like them? It's lefty stuff. There's a battle going here between the taggers and the gangbangers and the artists. The artists put the stuff up and the taggers hit it, and the gangbangers covered the taggers. But they all go back, and a lot of these are specifically rotating murals for organizations. You see that Graffiti Girls one you're going to pass there? That's had 10 different murals in the last 10 months. It's nice. It's a great place. Thank you for coming. The guy with the cane lives here. The ladies are visitors, or I'd know them. Nice job on that mural, that kicker down there. I'm proudest of this concrete job though. Look at this. This is a Bulldog special, and it is beautiful. Wow. The deepest was at the edge here. This was 9 inches or a foot. This thing right here. Notice it leads right to Mission. What I was trying to do was to make the city fill the hole at the end so it'd go into the drain. Notice I got my job. The city did not do their job. And I did all that black kicking to frame the art. It's looking pretty good, huh? Let's see how our church is doing today, being Easter Sunday. Clean, clean, clean. And this is Clarion Alley and Mission on Easter Sunday. Hi, how you doing? Happy Easter, my man. Hey, guy. This is the church we've been working at. Come out and insult me. Come out and insult me. I've been cleaning the building for 2 years. Are you? So the preacher don't want the band photographed, which pissed me off, so I go into my grouch mode. I've been cleaning this place for this guy for going on 2 years. You'd think that they would clean in front of their own church, right? The city did that. Anyway, burn that off. Turn north and blow 3 times. See, this is headed toward the ocean. This is north. There. Did that get the demons out? I don't know. We'll see. My good mood's back. We're going back along this. I'm going to walk back up here, and we're going to do a little bit of a video of Parker's place, because again, running back all of the things I filled, this place stunk like piss and shit because it couldn't dry up because the gouges were too big. Now it's great. Look at this. This is all bulldog. This was like a long piss and shit gutter. As was this is still the favorite place to drain your lizard, but I put 3 coats of enamel paint on that, outdoor paint. I painted all this. These were not deep enough to fill because they'll dry up. What you want is something that you fill cracks, it will dry. It will not dry up. This one normally I would have hit, but I got across the hall here. I did all of that. Anything that was deep filled up. I'm so proud of myself. Can you tell I'm full of myself? I like to work, and I like to work at something that makes a difference. And if you're not having any effect in one thing, do something else. Picking up trash is always helps. I like these. I will not pick these. Normally I cleared a bunch of stuff out and made a compost heap up here for people to shit because London Breed refused to put toilets out here. Oh, they had toilets out here. They removed them because people gathered around them, they said. And they got in storage. They got 2 dozen out of 3 dozen big community trailers, but Breed put them in storage. Anyway, I'm complaining about that because I'm very political. And this is the compost heap I made. Okay, this took a year of scraping off plants and shit and stuff like that. And after about 6 months, you start seeing worms in it, which means you've made dirt. Yeah. Not only God can make dirt, right? The bulldog can too. This is a favorite corner. There's a older Chinese couple that lives here, and their door was abused and abused and abused for so much. Isn't this lovely? When you got your nose down to the ground, you tend to forget that there are beautiful windows and balconies up above this stuff. But this is the toughest doorway. These people came out, and it looks good now. This thing here, I did a little bit of concrete in here. In behind the back there, the pole was falling off. So, the unused drain. It goes in with the art though, right? It's funky art. People haven't touched this. Go get them, guy. You're already there. You look at the art, and then you look at the ground, and you look at my work. I did this pole. This pole was a big hole in it around it. Now you piss there, and it dries up. I did all of this, which is next to the old folks thing. I love this mural more than any of the rest, I think, because that's the kind of guy I am. Yeah. I was a Clemson Tiger, and I love this tiger. Matter of fact, let's get a picture of me with my Clemson hat next to the tiger. Hi, San Francisco. It's H. Brown SF Bulldog filming in Clarion Alley on Easter morning in the year 2023. 79th birthday next week, guys. Big party. Back to looking at the murals. This mural has been painted over and trashed so many times I don't know. But after a while you get to love it because it means new bright paint colors. And again, the tennis shoes on the line mean you can buy drugs here. Don't you love it? How you doing? Really, really a top day for Clarion Alley. This is a great spot because they're balconies. Balconies and windows. They had a big party out here last week, I heard. How did the party go in the alley?
It went great.
How many people you get?
We probably had about 200 people come through.
That's great.
But then at any given time, maybe like...
What was the motorcycle guy and what's his name
Ryan
down there?
wasn't out at that night.
Yeah.
But you know, we had the weird stuff going on, like someone setting a fire in the alleyway and...
Normal,
yeah.
Normal.
Standard alleyway stuff.
Yeah. The two people who got killed at the opening of the alley back here about 2 months ago.
What?
Yeah.
That way?
Yeah. This is known as the most dangerous alley in San Francisco.
I know.
It is.
Yeah.
I hung out here and I got threatened, I got shoved, I got this and that. I never retaliated, but if somebody tried to hit me, I will. I'll be 79 next week.
Yeah.
And I was a beach jumper, and I take out eyes while I die.
Dang.
And listen to that bullshit. Can you believe you're laying this on? Anyway, this is Parker. And Parker's got her an art place, and she lives behind it. And you can't have a better deal in San Francisco than to have a space where you live with your art. As I believe it was Charles Bukowski said very presciently, and there's a movie named after this, he said, the best friend of art is cheap rent. And that's true. And that's true. And Bukowski was a mailman, and he did all... You ever read Bukowski?
No, I don't.
Oh, he's the best writer you ever read. He's all sex and hippie. He's a dirty old man and utterly fascinating. He's like Hunter S. Thompson with sex. Gotcha. Have you read Hunter Thompson?
No.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Oh, yes, of course.
That's Hunter Thompson. Take Bukowski, take you a step further. He'll do fantasy scenes, like he did one that he had a guy living in a place, and next door was across the hallway was a vampire, and next door to him was living a lioness. And it was a vacant building, so all the doors were off and all this, and the lioness left him alone. And he said he was in his room one day and he heard him growling and yelling, and he said he kind of looked out his door, and the lioness was dragging one of the people who had walked by into the room, and her eyes met his, and he said, I closed the door and let her go about her business. Yeah. You know, so, and he has all, anyway, you'll like Hunter Thompson.
Oh, wait, tell me more
Advertise your thing, I'll tell us what it's about. This is Parker, and we're on the San Francisco Bulldog.
Yeah, so this is Gallery Garage. So our mission was just to convert this space and show local San Francisco artists. So right now we have about 12 artists showing. 12?
Yeah. How long have you been going?
So our opening was last Friday.
And 12 artists.
Yeah, and so this is our first weekend being open. But I'm curious, wait, tell me more about these murders. That side or this side?
The mission end is obviously the most dangerous, but the fight goes all along. And the funny part is, you can't see it, viewers, but all you can see is a wall. That's the Mission District Police Station.
Yes.
Okay? That's a tenth of the police, which means they've got something like 500 police assigned there, and somehow the chief only managed to get out 40 police a night because they keep 500 vacancies, but they can't leave the streets on patrol. Did you know that? They yell about vacancies. Do you think there are less cops in the street?
No.
By charter, they've got to have so many on the street.
Yeah.
So how do you fill those vacancies? Overtime. They've been doing it so many decades that the cops figure it into their mortgages, because they'll say, how much overtime do I need? Well, usually it's 200 to 300 vacancies. Now they're up to 500, but there are just as many cops on the street.
Have a nice Easter day. Happy Easter.
Okay, Parker, tell me more.
So I run this with a fellow designer, Maddie, and
you design metal or something?
I do not design metal. Fellow designer Maddie, my co-owner of this space.
She designed it. I thought you did. Your graphics was designing things for metal bending machines or something. That wasn't you?
No, so I studied industrial design, so that's my background.
Yeah.
However, right now I work as an accessories designer for Gap Inc.
What's an accessory?
Accessories, so that's like your hat, or the belt you're wearing, or I mainly focus
from Mongolia.
On bags. It's from Mongolia?
Yeah. It's a back brace, but I added a weight belt with it, so I got a fucked up back, but it's and it looks scenic. And there's the dog shit bag, the Mongolian thing the ladies at the liquor store gave me after I stopped drinking. The handy flashlight you got to have, and of course it's an easy place to carry your phone, which I have in my hand, and the credit cards. And
I know you had a Spider-Man pipe on there at some point. That was pretty funny.
I still carry it everywhere, and I didn't carry it today. Yeah, it's a rubber, she's talking about a rubber dope pipe I have, but the big thing about that dope pipe is they now make them with a glass screen in them, and you can pop it out and put another clean one right in and soak the other one in oh yeah, if you're an old head, one of the worst things you can do is you get disgusted with cleaning out pipes. I mean, they get all gummed up and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta clean mine every month.
But now they've got these rubber ones, and I'll give you one. I'll give you one next Saturday when you stop. Remember, it's 5. Okay, it's 5 hours, so you don't have to come at 12. You don't have to come at 4.
I'll be working.
Yeah. Well, just make it up for part of the time. Yeah. Hi. Or you could display one of your artists up there if you want. I'm going to hang some art, and I have a pastel artist and a woman who does landscapes is going to try to get sketching into the band.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, wow. Throwing all my household rugs out there.
You're getting it all together. Going all out.
I used to throw a party for 300 people every night and choose a band. So that was 50 years ago. And the place burned down a few weeks ago.
What?
It became a puppet theater for 50 years.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah.
Was it in, I want to say Boston for whatever reason. I don't
St.
think
Louis.
that's right.
St. Louis.
Something, yeah.
Right next to St. Louis University.
Yeah.
It was a great building. I got it for $20,000. I had $1,000. A great story. Remind me to tell you about this sometime. My wife I had my kids with ran off with another man, kidnapped my kids, changed their names, and so I saved child support for a few weeks, and I thought, how can I get her to come back? I thought the best way is to get rich. And so how can I get rich? You got to work real hard to get rich. And if you're going to work real hard, you got to be doing something you love. And what do you love? I love hanging out in bars, throwing darts, and chasing women. So I built a dart bar. They never threw a dart in it. As soon as we put milk crates in a corner for the opening night and put a band there, and it was so big we built a giant stage and blah blah. Long story. But anyway, tell me some more about your place and sell to people.
And sell to people.
Well, you know, why should people come to Clarion Alley? I've just told them that it's a gangster hangout, and believe it or not, that's a draw. You know.
Seriously.
Who cleaned the alley? Did the city do it?
I don't know who cleaned the alley today. We were talking about putting together an alleyway cleanup.
Yeah.
As part of like.
I did it for a while, but what's her name? The woman who ran it threw me out.
What?
Yeah, she said I couldn't be putting concrete in potholes in the alley. But I was just
but no one else fixes it. You put concrete in the potholes?
Oh, this pole here. This pole here had a deep gap in it that was full of urine. Every one of the poles here did. I got broken bags of concrete from $20 bags of concrete from discount builders for $2.50, and over a time did 13 bags of them from the beginning of the alley on up.
Who told you that? Is it one of the organizers or just
Lily
some
or something?
Just some lady.
What, is there a no, she said she was the co-manager of the alley.
Oh.
And her and the other
You're welcome to walk
co-manager.
in if you like. Yeah, it's a free gallery.
Anyway.